first chapter in your book, that is the best Christmas present in the world. Before reading it, I would like to tell something about the author, Michael Morpurgo, that he was a best writer for the children contained. He had written lots of things. But here, in this, the best Christmas present in the world, it conveys a very important message. What is the message? The message is that why peace is required. What can we achieve through peace, or what we can gain through peace, but we cannot gain through war. Through peace, development is there. Through peace, all around development can happen. But war only brings destruction, sadness, nothing else than that. So in this chapter, the best Christmas present in the world, Michael Morpurgo has conveyed a very important lesson or a moral through this chapter, that all the human beings in this universe should walk on the path of peace, brotherhood, to get all around development and mental peace. So in this story, there are some important characters. The first character is Jim McPherson. Second is Connie McPherson. Third is Hans Wolf. And two names are there. Thomas signifies British soldier. Fritz signifies German soldier. The story begins when the narrator wants to buy a roll-top desk. He enters a junk shop. He doesn't have a lot of money to buy a new desk, but he found a desk, a roll-top desk, not in a good condition. But he was quite sure that I am going to mend it, and he bought that roll-top desk. After buying it, he started working on it. While he was working on that roll-top desk, the roll-top desk was totally damaged. He was working on it. One leg was clumsy, and the other things, the fire and the water has taken control on it. So he was working on the roll-top desk. While he was working on the roll-top desk, he found a secret drawer. He tried to open it. But the last drawer was unable to open. He was unable to open. He applied brute force and opened it. Inside that drawer, there was a shallow space. In that shallow space, he found a black tin box. In that black tin box, he found an envelope. In that envelope, he found a letter. And in that letter, something was written. What was the written? That Jim's last letter received January 25, 1915. But it's a very bad habit to read somebody's letter. Why? This is not a good practice to read somebody's personal letter, but curiosity gets better of you. He wants to read that letter, but the moral doesn't permit him. At last, he was defeated and he started reading the letter. In that letter, what was there? That Jim McPherson, the captain, who was Jim McPherson? Captain was the captain of his regiment during World War I in 1940. He has written that letter to his wife, Connie McPherson. Who was Connie McPherson? She is a mentally stressed wife suffering from the pain of separation. And we will see it later how she was suffering from the pain of separation. So Jim McPherson has written the letter to his wife, Connie McPherson. In that letter, he has mentioned a very important incident happened on Christmas Eve. What was the incident? This is the most important part of this chapter. He has mentioned about a very important incident happened on Christmas Eve. What happened? While they were in their trenches. Trenches is a place where the soldiers used to hide on the border areas. It is known as trenches. So what happened on that day, on the Christmas Eve? The French soldiers, the German soldiers started waving white flags, but they were unable to understand why they are waving white flags. So Mr. McPherson warned all his soldiers not to respond so quickly. Somehow, both the soldiers met, and They shared everything. They made a party, they danced, they drank. So they played football also. While both the soldiers were playing football, if both the captains, Jim McPherson and Hans Wolff, both were sitting on a particular place and they were discussing why not to solve all the world problems or especially the war with the help of a football match. It will be a great help to the humanity. So both of them agreed. How it is going to help the humanity? As nobody is going to die. Nobody will die. No children will become orphan. No women will become widow. So they were discussing all these things. In the next part, we will see that Jim, the narrator who read the letter, had decided to hand over this letter to the real person to whom it was written. So he tried to visit the address. The address is Mrs. Jim McPherson, 12 Copper Beaches, Bridport, Dorset. So he drove away straight to Dorset to meet Mrs. Jim McPherson. When he visited that house, he found that house was already burned. Somebody informed him that she was being carried to hospital or nursing home. So he drove suddenly to that nursing home. He found that he met a matron. The matron said that Mrs. Jim McPherson is sitting on a wheelchair. He met Mrs. McPherson and handed over that letter to Mrs. McPherson. Mrs. McPherson thought that my Jim has kept the promise and he had returned on Christmas Day